Hey everybody, CoinWeek editor Charles Morgan here. Happy Thursday. It's amazing that we're almost at the end of the year. 2019 has been a heck of a year for numismatics. Some great coins and paper money items have sold. We've seen complete strengthening of certain segments of the rare coin market. The United States Mint has released a number of surprise coins that have altered the landscape for modern coin collecting. The W quarters, which have been launched into circulation, and the 2019S enhanced reverse proof, which has upended the apple cart of what we see as the Silver Eagle game. You may have heard of this if you have been to any coin shows or seen me, but I have been working for the past 2 years on a major project outside of CoinWeek, although it's sort of related to what we do at CoinWeek. I'll show you two things real quick. Have you heard of this book? Or perhaps this book? Kind of, right? Well, my co-writer, Hubert Walker, the assistant editor of CoinWeek, and I have spent the last about 2 years working on one of these, 100 Greatest Modern World Coins, and I'm happy to report that it's finished. We sent the final edits to Whitman today. It's pretty much illustrated, and it will be sent to the press in the next few weeks. And we expect, according to Dennis Tucker at Whitman, that it'll be in bookstores by March of next year. Of course, there could be a little leeway, it could slip a little bit, but I expect it to be by March, which means that we will have a major book for you to read. The 100 Greatest series is one of the coolest coffee table book series, popular coin series books in the market. It allows you to see and hear stories and get insights about some of the greatest coins. Harlan Burke's Ancient Coin Book is a fascinating must-read for collectors of ancient coins. Jeff Garrett and Ron Guth have worked on the 100 Greatest U.S. coins, which is basically like a virtual trip to the National Numismatic Collection at the Smithsonian. Some of the coins in there are unique. Of course, we've seen other volumes. I think Scott Schechter did a pretty nice job on 100 Greatest Modern U.S. coins. Now, for 100 Greatest Modern World Coins, I decided that this wasn't going to be a book about the Perth Mint or the story of the not intended for circulation coins, the Royal Canadian Mint, or any of that type of stuff. I wanted to look at the early part of the 20th century and see how coins and the story of numismatics evolved. The 20th century, especially the first half, a very turbulent time in history. You had countries that were just entering modernity, as we probably would consider it, with a sort of Western civilization outlook. You had other countries which were rising and falling in power. You had the crumbling of the imperial system in Europe. You had two major world wars. You had the Cold War, and tons of disruption across every continent, essentially, in the world. And so what we wanted to do is tell the story of numismatics under the umbrella of this larger story of history. And what we put together, I think, is a very exciting read, something which is it goes a little bit beyond the this coin is rare, this coin is expensive, this coin has a horse on it. So I hope that we put together something that you'll find infinitely readable. I hope our mistakes are minimal, and I look very much forward for you to see this coming in March. I will try to do my best. I'll pick up some copies and maybe sign some, and maybe we'll integrate that with our Coin Week giveaway. Now, where do you buy your supplies? Well, there's a lot of great places to buy supplies, and we don't besmirch anybody, but one thing that CoinWeek has done over the last few years is we've realized that we have upped the game in the kind of content that we give away for free to our readers, and we are completely, up to this point, supported by advertising. Now, that cuts two ways. For one, we have a very small industry, so there's only a limited number of places we can go for advertising. And also, we don't want people who do business with us to have any hand in the type of coverage that we provide you, because we want to be honest and independent. Well, I've been thinking a long time about how could we bring additional revenue into CoinWeek to support independent journalism and numismatics, and what we've come up with is a way of allowing you to pitch in and get something out of it. So I am introducing you right now to, and this is a little bit commercially, and I apologize if you feel that way, a new section of CoinWeek. If you look at our navigation, you will see at the top CoinWeek Supplies, Shop Supplies, and the top of the nav in red. And if you click on that, you will go to our brand new, just launched supplies store. We have very competitive prices on virtually every type of collecting supply now. You can shop by brand, you can shop coin, currency supplies, stamp collecting supplies, even comic book supplies, everything you would expect to find. And it's all easy to use, secure, and it ships out pretty quickly. The CoinWeek Supplies, these are products that are in stock in a warehouse near our offices in Virginia. And so we get the benefit of part of the profits of all these supplies that are being sold help fund our programs, our mini programs. We go to coin shows, we film, we do lots of post-production. We have, of course, we have the podcast, the streaming things that we do. And so this is your way of getting something from CoinWeek for your collection, your way of supporting us. And it goes a long way to helping us make CoinWeek better and more vibrant, more up to date, and to keep it free. So we don't want to paywall our content. We don't want to charge like our competitors. We think that the information is best served by those who can find it easily on Google. And so with that in mind, I appreciate the opportunity of showing that to you. You don't have to rush out and buy anything today or anything, but just keep it in mind. If you need coin tubes, coin flips, gloves, loops, and whatnot. And one of the things that we're going to do that I think is a little bit different from some of the stores you might see is we're going to take some of these products and we're actually going to test them out, show you little videos about how they work and why they might work for you. I'm not going to shill for products. If we don't think something's any good, we're not going to try to get you to buy it. We're also going to we're going to have every book. A lot of bookstores have cut back. I don't know if you have bookstores in your community. We used to have a Borders, a Barnes & Noble, a B. Dalton, and all that. We only now have a Barnes & Noble, and they don't have quite the numismatic selection that we would like. So one way, again, you can support us and stay up to date, buy your reference books from our CoinWeek Supplies. We will have practically every reference book. And from time to time, we'll have coupons and things that we'll put up on our page when we review a book or something like that. So again, that's that part of it. And I'll have a few minutes here. If you guys have any questions, let's say it's 12:32 p.m. and I'll stick around for 4 or 5 minutes if we got any questions from the audience. Let's see, and I also recognize everybody who's chimed in. So hi, Soren from Romania. Have not had a chance to been to Romania, but I'm sure it's very lovely. I love most of Central Europe that I've been to. Hi, Jonathan and Master of Sense. Good day to you. So next year, the Mint will do 20K ASE mintage. Will be sold out in 2 seconds. I don't know if you said 2 seconds, 2 minutes. If the Mint makes more Silver Eagles in very limited quantities, you can bet they'll sell out. The question really is about that: is it good or bad for the hobby and for the collector? Now, obviously, if you're a collector, can't get it at issue price, you would consider it bad for you. If you're a collector who has to go pay $1,000 for a $60 coin, you probably consider it bad. I think all those are justifiable concerns that the Mint should keep in mind. And as far as I'm concerned, I think having a limited edition product, if you're going to do that, you should have some sort of lottery system where people who can register with the Mint can sign up and have the ability to, be chosen to place an order. And I also felt like, with the show releases, I think the Mint should pre-sell those and basically compel the people signing up to be there in person to pick it up. And I think they should be, the credit card transactions should take place before the show starts. I don't want to see somebody going to a coin show, spending all the money to have a hotel room and have all those vendors there, hundreds of, sometimes several hundred vendors there trying to sell coins and show things, just to have a significant percentage of the people at the show waiting in line for 5 hours to buy something which easily could have been handled beforehand. Now think about it. Let's say the Mint's going to release 1,500 coins at a coin show. Well, if you sign up online and you pay online and you have to physically be there in person with your driver's license to pick it up, it would stop shill buying, or at least it would minimize shill buying, because all the shills would either have to be local or, the people who are signing up, across the country, literally have to go to the show. So if you're a dealer and your customer base isn't, you don't have like 400 local people, well, guess what? You have to pay airfare for all those people, and it really cuts down the profitability. I also think that the people who get a chance to buy these things, if they're limited edition items, it should be at a lottery system based on people who place orders with the Mint. So if you have an account, you're registered, and you buy, one product or two products a year, I think you should qualify for the lottery, and the Mint should select a certain number of people, and you should get the first right of refusal. You should have like 24-hour key, and after those 24 hours, whatever's not claimed goes back into the second round of selection. And so that way the Mint can spread it around in a more fair and equitable manner, and the coins can be distributed amongst collectors who actually want them. It would minimize the immediate forceful taking of coins and immediately putting them on the secondary market. And I think that that's more pro-collector. And I think the Mint should understand that the power of the internet allows them to have more technology to bring to bear when it comes to limited edition products. That's just my take. You might think they suck, and that's also a fair point. Do we ship worldwide? You can. I believe you can ship worldwide, except for things that are chemicals and things like that. We will ship worldwide. Hi, Hidden Numismatist. Thanks for watching. Hi, Joanna Cruz. Thanks for watching. Jonathan, anything new out of the Silver Eagle that just came out? Just that the secondary market, I think a little bit of the bubble you saw at the beginning has subsided, but they're still expensive. Here's the long-term play. So I don't think the 95W is ever going to be dethroned. I think they're so hard to get. Even raw, you have to buy not just the coin, but the gold. I think that this coin it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be kind of like the 31S. As far as the Lincoln Cent series is concerned, it's going to be a key-ish kind of coin, but it's not going to be the key. Just Sounds of Coins, good morning to you. And a lotto system, I'm glad you like that idea. Joanna, you have a 1944D. Well, that's a nice coin. In circulated condition, it's worth about 3 cents, unfortunately. But if you have a brand new, bright and shiny red one, like that would have just come out, they may be worth more. So HD, hey, and yeah. So that does it. If anybody has any more questions, please let me know. If you like these live streams, I would be happy to put more together for you. I think I prefer to do them during the day. The W. Nickel rumors, Todd, you've been hearing a lot of the same stuff I've been hearing. So look out. I actually asked David Ryder if they would continue to do the W quarters, and he was kind of cagey about it, but did say that they were going to continue with the W program. I honestly think so. If the Mint wants to increase the popularity of coin collecting, which they have a vested interest in because they generate profits from their numismatic division, it would make sense to make W coins or circulating S coins for every denomination and distribute them, like they did with the W quarters. And so that way you do have a reason, kids do have a way of getting involved in the hobby, and you also have a reason to look into your change. And it creates a numismatic circulating rarity that is logical and makes sense, that you don't have to go to the Mint store to buy. It doesn't really cost so much more. I would love to see, and I think Treasury and Congress would have to authorize this, but I would love them to see them be able to bring back the New Orleans Mint and the CC Mint or the Charlotte Mint, to basically have the opportunity to activate these former branch mints on a case-by-case basis, just to take a press and some mint staff to make certain commemoratives or things like that. Not for circulating coins or anything like that, but think about how cool it would be if Congress was going to honor the Morgan dollar or some Old West kind of theme, and they went to the Carson City Mint Museum with the press they have there, and just were authorized to strike a limited number of coins. And have the CC mint mark on them for real. So I just think that would just be completely bonkers, and it would just drive so much enthusiasm for the coin hobby that it just seems like it just seems like something that would be great to do. Of course, this is not the kind of thing, they're not going out of their way to create like these kind of moments for the hobby. They are a government bureaucracy in charge of making billions of circulating coins. But it would be so cool. I mean, think about it. Getting a 2021 CC something would be great. I have an 1888S Morgan dollar. Should I hold on to it? So, yeah, why not? Here's the thing. So if you got a common date, common condition, silver dollar, you have a piece of history. So at a minimum, it's worth what the silver spot price is, plus a little bit of a premium. And unless you absolutely drastically definitely need the money, then why not hold on to it? Get to look at it, you get to hold it, you get to feel money when it's still real hard money. Okay, so guys, that wraps it up. Please, like I said, I appreciate you sitting through my my sales pitch and the book announcement. I hope you guys are interested in that book. I spent too many hours on it, but yeah, anything you guys can do on the supply side, if you guys just check it out, you can compare our prices to prices of other vendors. That's fine. But if we have something that you want and you're in the market, like I said, your purchase does help us expand what we're doing. I have a couple videos left that we're going to publish before the end of the year. I know it's December, and then we head off to fun. We have a video I shot with Russ Augustine that was really fascinating about the original designs of small currency. I'm going to try to wrap up a video I've been working on CC dollars in the market for them. And we've got a lot more to come. We got CoinWeek podcasts. I got probably 2 more of those before the year wraps up. And then everything starts new. We got auction coverage. We're going to do the Regency sale that's coming in a few weeks from Legend Rare Coin Auctions. They usually have really nice stuff. You don't want to miss, you don't want to miss their catalogs. That's like my one word of warning. Every time they have a catalog, if you're in the market for PQ coins, you definitely want to look at it. They may not have something for you every time, but you don't want to miss that coin that would have been the showstopper. So we're going to look at that, see if we can pull 5 or 6 coins that we really like up. And then we're just going to get geeked up for what Heritage has to offer at the beginning of the year at the fun show. And we'll see how 2020 treats us. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it so much. You guys are the best audience in coins. You make my day every time you show up and hear me out. So we'll talk to you soon. Take care.